The first nation to successfully weaponize and mass-produce deadly pathogens was Great Britain during the start of World War II, soon followed by the United States, Germany, France, and Japan. While many nations mass-produced them, Japan was notorious for deploying biological weapons, killing almost 500,000 Chinese soldiers and civilians in several military campaigns, including the 1940 bombing of Ningbo, China, when Japan's secret bioweapons unit 731 dropped ceramic bombs full of living fleas carrying the bubonic plague. German pharmaceutical company IG Farben Bayer conducted fatal human experiments on prisoners and killed over 1 million people with its cyanide-based Zyklon B. The U.S. established their own bioweapons program at Fort Detrick, Maryland in 1942, and by the end of the war, brand new facilities were completed for mass production of anthrax and other bioweapons. After the war, the directors of IG Farben were punished at the Nuremberg trials, but the scientists were secretly absorbed into America's bioweapons program. Japan was planning to attack the city of San Diego, California, with weaponized plague, but they surrendered 3 weeks prior to the scheduled attack. And while Japanese researchers arrested by Soviet forces were tried for war crimes, those captured by the United States were secretly given immunity in exchange for working with the U.S. bioweapons team. Long after World War II, the U.S. bioweapons program continued to expand with the help of Japanese and German war criminals. And in 1969, the U.S. government officially terminated their offensive biological weapons program, continuing on with a defensive biological weapons program, which was nothing more than a change of language ahead of the Biological Weapons Convention in 1972. The U.S. would continue to experiment with and produce deadly pathogens, but now under the guise of defense, and mostly defense against Russia. Of all the nations involved in bioweapons research, Russia factors in very little. The U.S. government claims that the Soviet Union had the biggest bioweapons program in history, but this is based solely on a mysterious 1979 anthrax leak and the lone testimony of Soviet defector Ken Alibek, who has also been absorbed into the U.S. bioweapons program, and who has helped the U.S. surround Russia with dangerous bioweapons labs. Russia is now releasing confiscated documents of the work that was being conducted in the NATO-backed biolabs they have secured in Ukraine. These labs were allegedly developing genetically engineered bioweapons to target specific Slavic people, and experimenting with ways of spreading pathogens via bats, ticks, lice, and fleas, like the work Japan's Unit 731 was doing before being secretly brought into the U.S. Meanwhile, Bill Gates is currently allowed to release hundreds of millions of genetically modified mosquitoes within the United States as some sort of disease control experiment. You can say what you want about Vladimir Putin and Russia, but they aren't the ones waging war against the people of the West. That would be the World Economic Forum, the big banks, and their lackeys of the Great Reset agenda. After the U.S. government sanctioned all the Russian people, Putin responded by only targeting a few known criminals of the Great Reset cabal, as if sending a message to the Americans that we share the same enemies. Whereas the global elites are working towards destroying the nation-states, Russia is reinventing the nation-state. Russia hopes to be the world's biggest producer of organic farming, while the globalists are pushing for genetically modified foods, bugs, and synthetic meat. The globalists are actively destroying the family down to the mother's womb, while Russia seeks to build a society based on family and Christian values. The Russian government provides fallout shelters for the civilian population to potentially survive a nuclear war. And the U.S. government has absolutely nothing for the people. We are on our own. But FEMA reminds us to remain socially distanced, while our government robs us blind and starts a nuclear war. Reporting for InfoWars, this is Greg Reese.
Remember when the media ran that PR campaign encouraging foreign volunteers to go and fight in Ukraine?
16,000 foreigners have joined in the fight on the ground in Ukraine. Over the weekend, President Zelensky called non-Ukrainians to come fight to defend Europe and the world, as he put it.
Let's check in on how that's working out. Spoiler alert. Not very well. Of course, some of those volunteers, the ones with actual military experience, went to fight well prepared and with good intentions. But let's be honest, a lot of keyboard warriors made the trip with very different intentions. Get to the border, take a few selfies for Twitter dopamine, Instagram likes and Reddit upvotes, then get the hell out of there. We've seen this kind of moral exhibitionism already backfire in another sense. A third of Ukrainian refugees aren't coming from Ukraine. People are commendably opening up their homes to Ukrainian refugees, but when they arrive getting, let's just say, not what they expected. Whoops.
D'accord, ok. Donc ça, vous me dites que c'est vous?
Oui, c'est moi.
D'accord, ok. Mais il y a combien de temps?
Ah, il y a longtemps.
Il y a longtemps?
Plus de 20 ans.
Ah oui, ça doit être il y a très longtemps.
Whoops. And now for the volunteer foreign fighters. When this guy went public with what was really happening to many foreign volunteers, the media ran hit pieces smearing him as a right-wing boogaloo boy who just got scared and ran home. But it turns out he was telling the truth.
Our base got fucked up. The base right next to us got fucked up. Americans, British, tons of British dead. They're trying to send us to Kiev with no fucking weapons, no kit, no fucking plates. So they told us we had to get the fuck out or they were going to shoot us in the back. When you get to the border, anyone who has kit, anyone who has any military shit, they're fucking pulling you out of the line and they're sending you back to the front. People need to stop coming here. It's a trap. And they're not letting you fucking leave.
Presumably keen on feeding more Western dopamine addicts into the Ukrainian meat grinder, the media demonized the guy as a phony. But his story is echoed by others who made the trip, namely that foreigners who show up in Ukraine are being treated like cannon fodder, having their passports ripped up and totally ill-prepared being sent direct to the front lines, and then being told under martial law they won't be able to go home until the war is over, which could be weeks, or it could be years. Sky News reports that British man Ben Spann, with no military experience whatsoever, and without even telling his wife or teenage son, left for Ukraine hopped up on media-contrived sanctimonious grandstanding to, quote, join the resistance. He actually ended up trapped in a squalid safe house for 5 days, no toilets, no running water, having AK-47s pointed at his head by a Ukrainian SWAT team, then fled to Poland as soon as possible, having realised that he'd enrolled himself on a, quote, suicide mission. Spann subsequently said that foreign fighters with no military experience attempting to enter Ukraine are actually, quote, more of a burden to the Ukrainian military. Really? And there I was thinking this literal real-life manifestation of a soyjack meme would be combat ready in no time. Turns out playing Call of Duty in your student digs in between furious wanking sessions doesn't count as military experience. Who knew? Hundreds of members of the Volunteers for Reddit subreddit, yeah, Reddit bros, reportedly joined the Reddit Legion, travelled to Ukraine and were immediately shelled and shot by Russian soldiers. They were told by the Kremlin that they'd be treated as mercenaries and war criminals. Yeah, but dem upvotes though. Many of the Reddit Legion have no prior weapons training or combat experience, but their enthusiasm to post to other Reddit members about their mission to courageously kill Russian soldiers led to the location of their training camps being identified and then being killed by Russian soldiers. Whoops. They're sending untrained foreign volunteers to the front with little ammo and shit AKs, and they're getting killed. Yeah, but that internet clout. Apparently many of them were deluded by Western propaganda about Russian forces being decimated, leaving Redditors vulnerable to the idea that they're joining some kind of hunting party and not an actual shooting war. Another British volunteer, 37-year-old Leon Dawson, was told by Ukrainian officials he'd just be a liability. "We don't have the resources to train you. We don't have the time to train you either," they said. Another British volunteer, Carl Walsh, who volunteered as a medic, was assured by the Ukrainian embassy in London that he wouldn't be required to fight, and then ended up being told that his passport would be confiscated, he'd be given a paltry 48 hours training, and be sent straight to the front lines. Quote, "It's a death wish," said Walsh. The French Foreign Legion veteran bluntly informed their group that, quote, "95% of you will be killed within days of arriving in Kiev," and persuaded them to get back on their bus and go back the way they came. Yeah, there may be a 95% chance of them coming home in body bags, but isn't that worth it for the 100% chance of making it to the top of Reddit? Some of these foreign fighters from the UK were so keen on letting everyone else know that they'd arrived that their cell phone signals, presumably in between checking who'd watched their Instagram stories, were picked up by Russian intelligence, who then used those signals to demolish the Yavoriv training facility in western Ukraine, killing 35 people. Whoops. Mercenaries who were contracted by the Wagner Group, a military company linked to Moscow, may have been operating nearby at the time of the strike, according to reports, and specialists fear they would have been able to pick up, locate and target a concentrated group of British mobile phone signals and pass the information to Russian forces. Yeah, turns out that broadcasting the fact that you're in a war zone isn't quite as rewarding as broadcasting the fact that you attended a Black Lives Matter rally. Ben Spann admits, having abandoned his wife and son and leaving them in a harrowing state of anxiety, that he travelled to Ukraine in order to boost his own ego. And therein lies the point. Many of these volunteers don't really give a shit about Ukraine. They're dopamine-addled, socially engineered NPCs brought up on a steady diet of vacuous virtue signaling. But in 2022, virtue signaling just isn't enough. Anyone can add a Ukrainian flag to their Twitter bio. Now you have to be there. Even if it's just for 5 minutes. You have to get the selfie. You have to truly manifest moral exhibitionism. Are they brave for merely going in the first place? Maybe. You can't call them cowards. Are they stupid for thinking they can serve on the front lines of a hot war with zero military experience or weapons training? Yeah. They're definitely stupid. And who's to blame? Zelensky for immediately calling for foreign fighters to flood Ukraine with no proper system in place to vet or train them. The media for relentlessly amplifying the message because the can-do no wrong darling Zelensky said it. The Biden White House for recruiting TikTok influencers who are now using their clout to poison young minds with dubious moral imperatives. But more broadly, cultural institutions, social media, and society in general. And we really do live in a society for rewiring the brains of young people to think that charity, which should always be private, should in fact be as public as possible. For exploiting the same brainwashing techniques that make people addicted to gambling and weaponizing them to incentivize very dangerous and sometimes deadly performative activism. All for likes, upvotes, retweets, and dopamine. All for the pointless prize of who can best demonstrate their moral exhibitionism. All in the name of what has become the ultimate and only virtue. Who can best demonstrate their support for the current thing.
More serious child pornography offenders were identified based on the volume, based on the number of photographs that they received in the mail. And that made total sense before, when we didn't have the internet, when we didn't have distribution. But the way that the guideline is now structured, based on that set of circumstances, is leading to extreme disparities in the system because it's so easy for people to get volumes of this kind of material now.
Oh, hell no.
Well, it's time for us to get another scalp, my friends. That's right. These mad lads in this info war, we've taken out Dr. Anthony Fauci's. We've destroyed the science. We've upended your Koof narrative. We have taken down Hollywood. Hollywood, friends. I mean, holy shit. We have never done a victory lap for that. We've destroyed Hollywood. We've taken down all of these Hollywood kid fuckers, and now it's time to turn ourselves, make our attention on these people over here, the kid fucker protectors. At best. At best, she's a kid fucker enabler. At worst, she's indulging. Take a look at this. Joe Biden's SCOTUS pick. Totally not a diversity hire, even though he didn't look at anybody who didn't have a black vagina. Not a diversity hire. It's not a diversity hire. That's got to be the definition of a diversity hire. Shut up, that's racism. You're trying to get her killed? No, I'm just trying to hold people accountable for the stupid shit that they're doing while destroying my country. That's it. I mean, listen, when you go out there and you say, I'm going to turn off 50% of the applicants because they got penises, what about the female penises? That's dumb. And then when you go out there and you say, well, I'm going to turn off, I don't know, what's the black population in this country? Yeah, math be racism, but I'm sitting there going, now you're just going to turn everybody away that's not black? That's fucking stupid. Hey, this whole thing's stupid. And now you end up in a situation where a dude who totally didn't steal the Oval Office, who totally doesn't have a kid with kid porn on his laptop, now wants to put on the Supreme Court a chick who continually hands down leniency on all of these kid fuckers. You can't make this shit up. And the left hand side, no, that's misinformation. That's judicial misinformation, and that's a hate crime now, you asshole. She is not lenient on kid fuckers. All right? Those are cherry pick statistics. And then they said, of course, how dare you? How dare you go after our SCOTUS pick? Where is all of the civility when it comes to SCOTUS picks? Are you fucking for real? You called our dude, who I'm not even that fond of lately, you called him a gang rapist. I mean, holy shit. You want civility now? Fuck you. Anyway, this chick over here is being, she's being, I don't know, grilled, if you want to call it this way. You got a bunch of people on our own side who are saying that she's totally esteemed. She should be on there. No. She's over here, and now she's defending this thing that the mainstream media press said was a conspiracy theory a few hours ago. No. Our amplification of information warfare has only staggeringly increased, Freds. We're going to tear this fucking shit down real quick. Well, this chick, we are going to detonate this nominee over here. Again, they went from, this is totally a conspiracy theory, judicial misinformation, to, okay, well, she's got to hand down leniency. Because, listen, it's way easier to get porn. That's what she said today. That's what she fucking said today. Take a look at this Gateway Pundit. Ketanji Brown Jackson defends her record of letting pedophiles off the hook. Tuesday marked day 2 of the Senate confirmation hearing for Biden's SCOTUS nominee Ketanji Brown Jackson. Last Wednesday, Hawley posted a Twitter thread based on Jackson's record of a federal judge and as a member of the U.S. Sentencing Commission that showed Jackson consistently sympathized and sentenced child porn offenders. Excuse me. Still getting over Omicron, to sentences well below those in the sentencing guideline. Hawley on Monday confronted Judge Jackson on her to her face during the hearing and ran through 7 cases where she was lenient on pedophiles. And this is where the left hand side goes, this is racism, this is cherry pickings, that's racisms. I'm like, no, well, how is it cherry picking? You said that it was a complete fabrication last week. Now you said it's cherry picking, and now they keep hammering her today. And wait till we start firing off the information salvos from our platforms. Wait till we start banging on this chick over here. We're gonna get this SCOTUS scalp, my friends. He just rambled off 7 of them. 7 cherry picked. No. In every child porn case, Judge Jackson handed down a lenient sentence well below federal guidelines. Ruh-roh. So they pulled her in and they said, hey, what? No, it's not. We're not cherry picking shit. Dude, we're not cherry picking anything. Every time a kid fucker came into your court, you let them go. You gave them below the federal sentencing guidelines. You went out of your way to help these people. You're a kid fucker enabler. And she goes, well, it's like super duper easy to get porn. Those federal guidelines were based on snail mail. And it was like super duper hard to get kid porn through snail mail. Really? Is it any different? Once you find a place that's going to give you kid porn, whether it's through snail mail or it's on the internet, I mean, I imagine that's most of the legwork, isn't it? Finding these other kid fuckers? Isn't it? And she's sitting there going, well, like these poor kid fuckers on the inner zones, they can like download hundreds of images a minute. Like they've got high speed inner zones. Everybody, we can't hold them responsible for the amount of kid porn. This is completely. Are you fucking this bitch? Holy shit! Holy shit! Oh man! In a completely unrelated note, I was trying to do some lawn work. I couldn't find any wood chippers, boys. All of the Home Depots are out of wood chippers. All of the Lowe's are out of wood chippers. I'm confusioned with the lack of wood chippers. What is happening? Anyway, slight deviation. So, no, this is a stupid policy. This is stupid. Oh, no, it's like, oh, no. Okay, so any crime that can be amplified by you meeting people on the internet, now you should have a lower sentencing? We should all get a little bit of leniency when it comes to our sentencing. If I'm doing a pyramid scheme and I could bilk, I don't know, 10 people through snail mail, but I can bilk, hundreds of thousands of people through the fucking internet, should I get a more lenient sentencing? Because I did it through the fucking internet? I robbed more people because it was easier to do on the internet? This is a stupid fucking idea over here. The premise of this is ridiculous. No, you're a kid fucking protector. And we...
Woo! That's a lot of cussing. Can y'all hear me now? I know you can hear me. I know you can hear me now. Can anyone hear me? Can anyone hear this voice? Anything? All right. Y'all hear me. Well, I had to go to Plan B. They know I'm not pregnant. How about that? Plan B. Woo! I am so sorry about this. I got this new computer. And I guess it wants to be a doo-doo head. So maybe my volume won't be as crystal clear, but I hope so. But at the same time, maybe they watching me. They watching me and they're going to do everything. These hackers going to do everything they can to slow me down. So after further ado, I'm going to edit all this anyway. So if I get time, get my wife to do it. Who knows? Hey, everybody. Man, I really appreciate everybody just hanging in there and staying on this live without just saying the hell with it. Because usually I would have done that. So I appreciate y'all hanging in there. And in order to get on the ball, let's go ahead and get right into it. Get right into it while we can before something else happens. You feel me? So, with that being said, we can go back to the Greg Reese report. Fellas, it's getting more intense. It's getting more intense out here. I don't understand. I just don't understand why this dude in Ukraine, Zelensky, I don't understand why he just won't step down. Have y'all thought about that? Why this man will not step down? It's not because he loves his country. He's doing what his handlers tell him to do. That's what I'm thinking. I mean, that's the only thing I can think of. His handlers. Now you're probably saying, well, who is his handlers? Well, if you listen to any other shows that I've played, then you know that it's the Klaus Schwabs, the New World Order. I forgot the other guy's name from BlackRock, but BlackRock, y'all need to look up BlackRock. BlackRock owns everybody, and when I say everybody, I'm talking about damn near everything that you any store, any bank, the stock market, everything BlackRock got something in, even real estate. I mean, it's ridiculous what they own. They behind everything. Let me tell you, BlackRock, Klaus Schwab. All right. Now I had many videos to show y'all. I mean, I showed you this one about Ketanji here. I don't know what's up with Ketanji Brown, the federal judge nominee for Supreme Court. Excuse me. I mean, I mean, I had to cut old dude off because he was doing too much of the cussing. I tell you what, I got a question. Instead of just jumping into it or whatever, I got a question for the ladies. And this right here will tell me everything. Ladies, y'all ready? Let me ask you something. What is a woman? Your honest opinion, ladies. What is a woman? A woman. I mean that shouldn't be a hard question. I mean, I don't think you need to be a biologist to know. Now you gotta understand, all this is, you keep saying, I know some of y'all are saying, man, why we keep getting attacked from worrying about World War III, worrying about what goes on in Washington, D.C. All this is all planned. Man, it's all about us saying no to it and say the hell no and speaking out on it. But if you ain't gonna speak out on it, they gonna just keep trucking. They gonna keep on moving on you. You feel me? They gonna just keep moving on you with this bull crap. Now, I mean, this whole show is all about, these biolabs, Ukraine, Russia, whatever, and jabber jabber. But let me tell you something, man. If they can't get you one way, they're going to get you another way. And like I said, I mean, as far as this contingent or whatever, however the hell you say her name, I like to say that. Katanja, or whatever her name is, I mean, you gotta understand, she wants to be part of this elite establishment. You have to understand that when it comes down to her, it's not about doing what's right. It's all about, I want to be a part of the elite to push the agenda. It shouldn't, and then at the same time, she's right up, Sleepy Joe's alley. She's right up Hunter Biden's alley, because, she letting all these pedophiles get off with lighter sentences. She's letting these child sex offenders get off with lighter sentences when you should be throwing a book at them. So stop worrying about color. Don't even worry about color. Don't worry about that. You need to start worrying about who's going to do what's right for this country, what we can do to make this country better. If you ain't with that, then something wrong with you. We got to get this color shit out of our minds for right now, or however you want to say it. But we need to get it out of our minds right now, because guess what? Guess what? Ketanji Brown Jackson, guess what? She's married to a white guy. So fellas, she's off the market. All right, so I'm just letting y'all know, it ain't about color. It's about the agenda. And you're not part of the agenda. What did George Carlin say? It's a big club, and you're not in it. You thought he was just making a joke when he said that? No. He said that for a reason. He said that for a reason. Was you listening? The catch is, were you listening? So that's all I gotta say about Katanja. She's nothing but a Foskis. Fosky. Google that. F-A-S-C-I-S. Foskis. That's what she is. She's just a big group army that's trying to control and take over our society. It has nothing to do with color now, I'm telling you. Get that shit out your head for right now. I'm trying to teach you guys that there's only two sides. It's good and evil. Good and evil. The elites, the New World Order against humanity. So that's what you need to understand. So, God. What's up with not only just speaking about Katanja, can you please tell me what is going on with your girl Camel Toe? What's going on with Camel Toe? Kamala Harris. I mean, what is going on with her staff? Why is everybody in her staff getting the hell on? Everybody quitting. Everybody saying the hell with this. You know what I'm saying? Man, she must be a real bitch. I'm sorry to say that, but that's what everybody's saying. What is it with her, man? I mean, she's Indian. She's not real black. So she's an Indian, but she acts like a sister. So I guess Harvard University taught her well. Oh, Harvard. Not Harvard, I mean Howard, excuse me. Howard. Yeah, she went to Howard. Can y'all believe that? Yeah. What's up, James? I see you over there. Thank you for coming out. Andrea, pretty saucy. Man, it's full. Boy, I tell you, I need to start reading the comments more often. You know, sorry about that, but you know, these technical difficulties, they knock you off a little bit. You got everything planned, and all of a sudden your microphone don't want to work. What's up with that? They watching me. I need to be careful what I be saying on here. Speaking of that, it's kind of funny, you know. I had a dude tell me the other week, you know, I saw this video from another friend of mine that you doing podcasting or something. I'm like, I wouldn't call it podcasting. I mean, I just go on live and express my feelings. Well, you need to be careful what you talk about. I only saw but 30 seconds of it, but you need to be careful of what you be talking about. And he had a hat on, so he took his hat off and he put it right by his chest and was like, you need to be careful, because these folk out here, they hurt you. They'll kill you. They do everything to you. I mean, it was crazy. I mean, I was like, I thought slavery was over with. I mean, why this guy act like he about to get messed up? But I don't know. But going back to Camel Toe, all you sisters that, you know, that support her, you need to call her up and say, hey, you need to kind of chill a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Just arrogant, huh? You think that's what it is? She's just arrogant? I think it's more to just being arrogant. I just think she's a bitch. You know, she may have that slave mentality. You feel me, James? Like, you know, her ancestors, great-great-grandparents or whatever, you know, they just seeping up out of her, you know? They just seeping up out of her. Who knows? That's what I'm thinking. Could be wrong, but, you know, she got that DNA in her, you know? Oh, that what she think? I don't think that. Okay, you know what? I do think that. Yeah, she owns everybody. Yeah. I mean, but you could tell in her face. You could look at her before she got where she's at. And some of us warned other people. We warned about what she was all about, you know, before she became the vice president. But when she was running for the presidency, all this stuff that came out about her, about how she was doing, you know, guys with drug offenses, marijuana. You know, she almost, I think she put a dude in jail for 30 years, but he got out in 10 for murder that he didn't even commit, even though he had all the evidence saying that it wasn't him. So, I don't know. Old girl, she's just, you gotta understand something. And don't take this, don't get offended by this, ladies. But one thing I know, when it comes to sisters in that kind of profession, they are very quick. Very quick. They quicker than the brothers. Very quick to sell you out to get what she need to get. You're just not on her level. And I'm sorry to say that. But I think that's what it is. And she's going to keep moving until she get what she want. When she want to be the president. And then you got the Ketanji Brown Jackson on the side, the Supreme Court. That's going to be off the chain. Y'all think y'all in bondage now? You think you can go to the Supreme Court with something that is constitutional, that someone violated your constitutional right? You can hang it up. She can be like, sorry. They're going to come up with something. They're going to kick it out. And you're going to be mad. You're going to be upset as hell. There ain't nothing you can do about it. You can keep appealing. You can keep on appealing. It ain't finna happen. You know what I'm saying? Shoot. What's that? You been censored, James? You waiting on an apology? Is that what it is? Well, you don't hold your breath. Don't hold your breath if you're trying to hold on and see if Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg, is going to sit there and give you an apology for anything you've posted. Remember, if you're posting truth, you're going to be censored. If you're posting truth, you're going to eventually get banned. I'm just waiting for me, and I ain't nobody. So I know the time is coming. My mic didn't work. There you go. My mic didn't work. So who knows what's going to happen next? So Nathan, you know the camera ain't going to work. Well, electricity going to go out, and I'm going to be screwed. So, oh yeah, Hunter Biden. You heard me say Hunter Biden. Hold up. Hunter Biter. Booty biter. I mean, that dude right there is off the chain too, man. Oh, Hunter? Boy, you got money. You can do whatever, get away with everything. Call all the prostitutes, all the hookers you want. Won't get in trouble for it because you got people that's going to protect you. But it takes one reporter and one laptop, and your world will crumble. But then again, when you got the elites protecting you, it ain't really too much you can do. Well, it is, but they'll be long and gone by that time. Who knows? But, hey, tell you what. Let me finish my thought process on Ukraine because it's very important. Y'all ready for that? Now, what I want to tell y'all about Ukraine, like in the video of Paul Joseph Watson. Paul Joseph Watson broke it down and the video the last video, the British dude. Yeah, the British dude. You got dumbasses that's trying to go to Ukraine and fight. Now, I'm going to tell you like this. If you're not military, ex-military, you're trying to go for that dopamine hit, that adrenaline, but you never served in the military. That's the dumbest crap you could ever freaking do. See, I said that good without cussing. Why would you take your ass over there and try to fight in Ukraine? You are helping the Azov Brigade. I just don't get it. And anytime you say anything about the Azov Brigade, what's the first thing happens? They censor you. They ban you. They censor you off internet. They censor you off TV. You can't talk about that. Look at that. Look what happened to Oliver Stone. That's that movie that came out just 2-3 years ago, or was it 5 years ago? Called Ukraine Under Fire. It was nothing but facts. Nothing but facts on that movie. And they banned it off YouTube. They banned it off Prime. That's it. Ukraine on fire. The Azov Brigade are the real Nazis. Man, James on it, man. He just, yeah. If y'all looking at the comment section, let me tell you this, James, you know they are the part of the Azov Brigade. And y'all, I really recommend everybody to go see the movie or the documentary Ukraine on Fire by Oliver Stone. I'm telling you. All right. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. You might fall asleep on it after about 30 minutes. But it gets intense. It gets good. Then I want you to go back and play back over where you fell asleep at. There's only about an hour and a half. But it's important for you guys to know it so that when you see Sleepy Joe Biden, dumbass, on TV, especially right now, he's in Europe. I'm so damn scared right now because I'm going like, please just let him bring his ass back. Don't let nothing happen to him. Just bring your ass on back. Because if anything happens over there, my God, we are screwed for that. But anyway, you got his ass over there talking about the people evacuating people. That's fine and dandy. But in the back of my head, I'm sitting here going like, Azov Brigade. Then he goes over there and he goes to the military base to talk to our men in service, our men in the military, our brothers in arms, and he slips up and tells them that they will be in Ukraine. You cannot, if you say that, that's war. That's World War III. Now you say you're not going to do that. And then, damn, I forgot to bring that video up. I gotta find it. Everybody sitting there rolling their eyes at the man in the mess hall, which is the cafeteria. You should have seen him. He's sitting down just eating pizza. Everybody looking at him like, why the hell is he here? This motherfucker may send us to war. I mean, everybody just looking at him like, I mean, you see my face, right? I mean, that's how all the looks. Everybody caught it on camera. People taking pictures. So he sits right in between some army guys. Didn't know their rank, but he sit between them, and I guess they like him. Or better yet, there might be some grunts. Who knows? First class or whatever. But anyway, they just all gibbering and just laughing and giggling and everything up. I'm like, you know what? You keep it up. Y'all keep it up. So we don't want war because every life on this planet will not be the same. And I think you can, and like I said, you got to blame three folks. Klaus Schwab. Now you know what? I'm gonna start with the New World Order. Klaus Schwab. Blackwater. BlackRock. Listen to me, Blackwater. BlackRock. Google BlackRock. They ain't shit. These people are affiliated with BlackRock, Davos. It's like one big club and you're not in it once again. I just don't get it, man. I just don't get it. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I keep saying we need to pray and we need to really come together. I don't think, is y'all praying? I feel like I'm just praying alone. You know what I'm saying? It scared me. It's like I'm praying. Is anyone listening to me? I'm sorry. I had to do some impersonations, but I just don't get it. I'm going to tell you something now. If this don't, I mean, you know what? I'm going to say this. There is so much corruption going on in Ukraine. So much fucking corruption. It is ridiculous. Biden is involved. His son, Pelosi, all of them. That's what, like I told you last week, that's where they fondle their money. That's where they do what they do. You know, this is where I don't see why Bush is not involved. Why is Bush involved in Ukraine? You don't hear shit about it. But when it comes to Nancy Pelosi, John Kerry, his son, Joe Biden, and his son, Nancy Pelosi, and her son, and who else? Who I'm forgetting here? They all getting money. This was it $20 billion that Joe Biden sent over there to Ukraine to help out? You don't think they getting that money? They put that money right back in their pocket, a big old circle. All the little weapons we got over here, yeah, guess what? They gonna send them over there. They sending the weapons, but when it comes to them billions of dollars, they put money in kind of picking Zelensky pocket a little bit, his goons over there, and they taking that money and saying, all right, the rest is for us. All right? But you got to keep being a dick to Vladimir Putin. We'll figure this out. That's if they ain't figured it out by now. Because like I told you, these people this planet is ran by psychologists. And these psychologists, they be out-thinking us. They be out-thinking us, so you have to sit here and worry about that. Because they probably already figured it out. Well, we still trying to figure it out. You understand? Let me show you something. You know what? There's so much corruption. Watch this. I'm just going to show you a little skit. But watch this little skit here. And tell me what you think. Because let me tell you something. Right here.
Corruption's massive. Now, when Biden's son walks away with millions of dollars from Ukraine, he knows nothing because the corruption's massive. Now, when Biden's son walks away with millions of dollars from Ukraine, he knows nothing.
Yes, it is Trump addressing the Biden crime family when he was president. That was during a meeting he had with Zelensky. But the reason I played it on a loop, and if you're watching, you saw, when Trump talks about the corruption of the Biden crime family, you see Zelensky's, let's say, body language, and he kind of furrows his brow and starts to shake his head. And I think that that's a very telling moment, isn't it?
See? Did you see his face? Did you see that? Did you see that? I'm telling you, man. These folk about to put us in the bind. They getting all this money. I'm still trying to figure out why you getting all this money. If you keep doing what the hell you doing over that dumbass Zelensky, Zeke, where you gonna spend it at? Ain't gonna be shit here for you to spend it on. And like I said last week, and I hope someone take this and send it to him. Take this little part, this little clip, send it to him. Zelensky, take your ass to Miami. You got a $30 million home on the beach. Take your punk ass on down there to your spot, step down, and live like a king in Miami. That's what all y'all doing anyway. Matter of fact, hold up. I just thought about something. Are y'all thinking the way I'm thinking? Come on now. Y'all thinking what I'm thinking? Man, dude is already in Miami. I'ma say it. Dude is already in Miami at the cotton picking, at his mansion. I'm done with it. I'm telling you. He's in Miami. He's got a studio, just like Joe Biden. He got a studio made out like he's at the capital of Ukraine in his office. And he's talking shit while he's in Miami. I'm telling you. I could be wrong, but I'm telling you, I'm really beginning to think that it's probably what he's doing. That's probably where he at. I don't know. I just think the man, $2 billion, man. I'm still thinking about $2 billion, man. We got to pay that money back, man. And we only got a $600 stimulus check. Maybe $1,400, then a $600 one. I mean, what's up? What is up with that? Okay, I'm sorry. I was in a deep thought just then. I didn't mean to have that long pause. I mean, I'm so sick of this Azov Brigade, man. And I guess you got to pay your army. You got to pay your goons. So I guess those billions of dollars is going to Zelensky's pocket. The Azov Brigade. I mean, whew. I just had an epiphany. I mean, I just had a, wow. But anyway, and you still got, hold on, I just thought about that. You still got the Nigerians. The Nigerians are they can't leave Ukraine. So if you're evacuating people out of Ukraine, why are you keeping my people? Okay, really, Nigerians is not my people. I'm just saying. I mean, I'm just saying, why you can't let my people go? Why are you holding them hostage? I mean, if y'all go to Reddit, y'all can find it. Y'all can find all these Nigerians that are students going like, why y'all won't let us leave? And if we do leave, it's because we done spent so much money to get, so much money to get out the country that we don't have. We are students, and our parents don't have that kind of money. They're like, well, you just have to stay. Not only that, the transgender. I mean, the transgender women who are men, they go into the border trying to leave, trying to cross the border, and what they saying, they turning them back, say, no, technically you're a man. You're a man, so you got to go back and fight. And they also saying that, how do you know? You're not a biologist. They did it, Ketanji Brown. Who are you? You're not a biologist. How can you tell me I'm a man? So, turn their asses back, put them on the front lines with their American that just, I guess, went over there to volunteer. I don't think they getting paid. But I guess the Americans and the British dudes that went over there to volunteer, you're going to be on the side of a transgender woman. Wow. And I'm also, oh, wow. Now, say for instance you survive and y'all out there in the trenches. You ain't going to do nothing crazy, is you? Because you with a transgender woman that looks like a woman, but it's a man, and you've been away for a month from home. No, fellas. This is not prison. This is not, okay? All right, this is not, I don't know the name of these jails, but I'm just giving you something to think about. Keep your ass at home, fellas. This is not your fight. This is not your fight. But at the same time, it is Ukraine and Russia's fight. Yes, it is Russia, Vladimir Putin. You wanna mess with me? I got something for you. He taking that money. He's hurting them. He putting sanctions on. And see, that's the thing. Think about that for a minute. Like in the video, I could play it back over. But like in the video, what the man say? He's going after 13 people. He's not coming after everybody. He's not coming after the citizens of the United States. Everything is strategic with Vladimir Putin. That man said, I'm going after Joe Biden. I'm going after his son. I'm going after Merrick Garland. I'm going after everybody who's been messing around in Ukraine illegally, funneling money, trafficking money, doing what they're doing to make, to make this a difficult situation, putting weapons on our border, for the last 14 years, and I've been telling y'all, stop. Hey, let's talk. Let's sit down, let's talk. And y'all ignoring it. And then when Trump was trying to do it, when Trump brung his ass over there and starts trying to sit down and talk to Vladimir Putin, oh, he's a Russian spy. He's whatever y'all was saying. I don't forget half that crap everybody was saying about Vladimir Putin and Trump. Vladimir Putin got Trump in office, whatever. So I tell you, man, when this video is over, go back and look at the first video I played, because I'm telling you, Zelensky gonna have our asses eating larvae, eating bugs. You keep this up. Let me tell you something. I'm saying I ain't eating it, but Klaus Schwab's, he did say, you will have nothing, you will own nothing, and you will be happy. Y'all Google that, what I just said. You will have nothing, you will own nothing, and you will be happy. And it will pull up Klaus Schwab. Klaus Schwab says we shouldn't even eat meat. Ain't that some shit? We shouldn't eat meat. He wants us to eat bugs. He wants us to eat, insect larvae. And if you know anything about insect larvae, we all know what insect larvae is. It's maggots. You know what I'm saying? Mealworms. Come on, I don't want to eat no mealworms, But, we are in the fight of our lives. That's all I can say. We are. My God, man. By next week, it's going to get worse. Then I got some more stuff to talk about. And then microphone going to act up. Camera going to act up. Something going to act up. Who knows? But I'm going to try my best to get up on here and do what I got to do to tell y'all. You know what I mean? Because, whoo. So, yeah. I know y'all saying, ooh, hell no, I ain't eating no damn larva. I'm tell you, next week I'm going to have a video for you. They taking, these videos, I'm telling you now. I'm telling you. They got sausages. Look like the real thing. But it's made out of mealworms. And they trying to push it over there in the UK. I think they pushing it in California because I saw some stuff on Anthony Bourdain's show. Y'all remember Anthony Bourdain? No Reservations? Yeah, when he was traveling around the world and he was eating bugs, I was like, are they trying to tell us something? Ant, put that thing down, man. What are you doing, Anthony Bourdain? I love you, man, but if I was traveling with you, you'd be eating that shit by yourself. Y'all got an orange? Where's your apple? Hey, you got some lettuce? Any lettuce? I'll take lettuce. You got lettuce? Yeah, I chop on that. Hey, you a fool. I ain't touching that, man. I'm telling you something. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you're welcome, Marie. You welcome, Marie. I hope I'm saying it right. Marie Morris. I got these new glasses on, and I can't zoom in like I used to. Just kidding. Well, I appreciate you coming out. I appreciate you coming out. Sorry for the technical difficulties, but we gonna work this thing out. It's not as worse as my first video. I'm gonna tell you, my first video was horrible, but I did what I had to do. Now, let's get into what y'all want me to get into. But I ain't gonna say much because I think, it's time for me to wind it down anyway. But fix these technical difficulties is my microphone. I paid a lot of money for this microphone. A lot of money. And I'm not even getting paid to do this. You feel me? So anyway, the jabber jabber. In case you didn't know, everybody, you know the jabber stocks, Moderna, Pfizer, they stocks tanked about 3 weeks ago. He tanked like hell. Only because of the fact that it has came out that there's so many side effects. And yes, people are passing away because of it. And I don't like to just say it very arrogantly because it breaks my heart. Like I said, I got family. And it breaks my heart. So we just got to keep warning people. We got to keep, sharing this knowledge. And I'm going to say this again. And I do this every video, regardless of what topic I'm talking about. I tell y'all this every time. But if you feel like, actually go there for preventive maintenance. But Dr. Ben Marble out of Florida, my go-to doctor. I'm telling you, myfreedoctor.com. That's it. Call him up, ask questions. Figure out what you need to do to protect you and your family. And he does everything else, If you got if you got a cold, I'm just kidding. But he take care of everything. So whatever ailment you may have, he can take care of you or whatever. So, if you I don't think he does the morning after pill. Sorry, ladies. I'm just kidding. Don't take me serious. He doesn't sell Viagra for the fellas. Sorry. I don't know. You can ask. I don't even know if he do Viagra. I don't need it. I'm good. I'm good. It comes from eating a lot of vegetables and fruit, baby. Yeah. Maybe I need to slow down. But anyway, so I'm telling y'all, write that website down. Write it down. And at the same time, you got Dr. Saeed Haider. Bam. Write that down too. mygotodoc.com. Dr. Saeed Haider. Y'all got that? Well, I'm finna get out of this because guess what? Y'all can just screenshot it or go back to the video, look it up. All right? How about that? Y'all don't think so? So, what else is good? What else is good that you guys need to know? I don't know. Let's go in the comment section. What y'all talking about in the comment section? Leave the pills. That's the first thing you gonna say. Leave the pills alone. What pills you talking about? You said that twice. What pills you talking about? You talking about what pills you talking about? Oh, those pills. Those pills, huh? Let me see what you talking about. I tell you, this thing just keep moving. Leave the pills alone, huh? I never was on the pill. Oh no, I'm saying, fellas, do what she say. Leave the pills alone. James, you were in Daytona Beach. Wish I was in Daytona Beach. Jesus. Some people got it good, boy. Daytona in the building, baby. That's what's up. Okay. Oh, the blue pill. Oh, okay. Well, you got to worry about that. But look here, let me tell y'all something. I'm going to be back hopefully next week if I ain't been banned or censored. I don't know. We just got to keep going at it and hopefully we can get this thing working. Get my screens and everything working right. Got to call my technician in here, my engineer, figure out what's going on with my sound, because it's all about that. We got to get that sound back. It's very important. So, with that being said, I don't want y'all guys to eat any mealworms. We don't need that now. Don't eat no mealworms. What else? Don't eat. Let's see here. Don't. Uh-oh. 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 I'm going to go ahead and cut it off right now. Luther in the building. I got to let him talk. Y'all take care. Peace out. I don't know why I do that every time. Oh well. Y'all take it easy. Peace out.